Welcome to the Your Mum is a Slagcast.
Working title.
Working
TM.
title. TM. Yep. Trademarked.
Copyright.
We've got lawyers and that coming already. That's good.
Patented. All that shit. No one's taking it.
Sweet as fuck.
Right. You know. Alright, this is the inaugural podcast of Your Mum's a Slag.
Yep.
Right. Should we dive straight in? Do we just throw a topic at you?
Yeah, well, we should do some topics, shouldn't we, Bert?
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this one with you because I know you're a massive racist to Asian people, so let's talk about the iron fisting casting.
Yes, I am a massive racist to Asian people.
Yep,
that's
you
correct.
admitted it, mate. It's on the internet now.
Well, not yet. I still need to upload it, so...
Right. The guy who's been cast as Iron Fist.
It's the guy, isn't it? Like the Night of Flowers or something?
The Night of Flowers, the posh English fella, Loras Tyrell. From Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for the guy because he's been cast after like a massive shitstorm of, well, he shouldn't be a white guy, he should be this and he should be that, and why shouldn't he be this? And then the guy's been given this massively like really good job, and now no one really gives a shit.
Like I kind of feel like it's kind of odd that like a lot of the detractors, like I'm not angry that. I'm more annoyed that people are angry than I am actually angry at anything. Like, I'm kind of in the position of I just want to sit and wait and see what he does with it.
I'm on the mindset of I'm angry at people moaning about the material to the point where some people were moaning about it, and it gave me the impression they didn't know what they were moaning about. They didn't know about the material. They just saw something and thought, fuck it, plant a flag, let's fight for this right. And so you don't know about what you're moaning about, do you?
Yeah, it all comes off as very ignorant, like pretty much everything. Everything I've heard is like, you haven't read the comic.
And then there was this funny thing. So someone on Facebook who I kind of know from, like, just listening to their podcast, I don't know them personally, they, for ages was like, yeah, well, I don't see the problem in an Asian Iron Fist. And then, months down the line after... talking about it, he then turns around and shares this thing from an Asian dude, a column, an Asian guy telling him, like, writing in the column how he finds it offensive that they think that because he knows kung fu and he's a martial artist, he should be Asian.
Yeah.
Instantly, that guy shares it and goes, well, I've changed my mind on it. And it's like, so you basically just changed your mind because now you know Asian people don't appreciate you trying to make every kung fu character an Asian.
Do you say that? But Marjorie Liu's come out really strongly against it. She's like, "Oh, he's not Asian. I will never have anything to do with this show, and I'll never watch it." I'm a bit like, really?
Marjorie Liu, the comic book writer.
She doesn't come back. She doesn't come from a background of comics though, does she? I think she's a novelist. If I remember.
Well, I know her for her X-23 and her X-Men and whatever, more than her novels. But why are you so angry that he's not? I mean, I don't. Does it matter?
I feel like I mean, my biggest draw for Iron Fist and the thing that I kind of think about the most is the Matt Fraction Aja run. Yeah. And the fact that he wasn't Asian was actually a big thing.
It was like the culture shock of this American dude raising a different culture to what he was used to. But it also, what they did in that run is they kind of nonchalantly went, it doesn't really matter because he's one of many.
Yeah.
He's just one guy who won't be it forever, and the next one could be Asian, could be black, could be an alien.
Stumbles in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Iron Fist isn't a legacy bestowed upon one type of person, male or female, race or whatever. It's just whoever is destined to be the Iron Fist becomes the Iron Fist.
I kind of feel like the show now is kind of locked into doing a plot like that, but I would also personally appreciate a plot like that.
To be fair, you'd be really stupid if you're not going to do the Matt Fraction David Arger run.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, the only one next to that would be the Cars Andrew run. Did you read that?
The
Marvel Now Iron Fist.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
So good. I really enjoyed that. It was like a
Frank
weird
Miller Iron Fist
throwback, exactly to like one of those like old school martial art movies meets like Frank Miller. It was well good. It was a bit brutal as well.
I really enjoyed it. It was like the closest thing we'll ever have to like reading good Frank Miller again, I think.
It's kind of robbing Cars Andrew there, really, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, it's really good Frank Miller. Well, no, it's Cars Andrew, you know?
It is him, but like he's very
man.
much cribbing from that style. Like he's really like going, this is what I like, because he's a huge Miller fan. Like everything he puts on his Facebook now is Miller. So like, I don't know if it's an insult to him, because it's clearly that's what he was going for, and he pretty much nailed it.
Oh no, I'm gonna say it's all him, man. Even if fine, I'll admit the inspiration is clearly Frank Miller, but Cars, he did it all as well, didn't he? Lettered, wrote, drew, inked, coloured.
Which might be why it took a while for it to come out.
Doesn't matter, it was worth it, honestly. It's up there with the Matt Fraction run in my eyes. Season 2 should be that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with it. I also want to read Renato Jones when that comes out.
So we don't know anything else about the series except for the guy that's been cast.
Which is why I think this is a big jump the gun. Because you don't know what the plot is as well. Because it might be that they're like, well, here's the story we've got, and he kind of has to be not Asian. He has to not be from this culture. Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be like your personal opinion of the show? Do you think it's going to be a rip of the Fraction Aja inspired by what are you expecting from the show?
I'm expecting inspired by. I'm expecting a lot of the stuff that's been set up in Daredevil to kind of come to fruition.
What's her name? Lady Gal.
Yeah, and the whole drug
maybe
stuff
Mother
as well.
Crane, with the heroin and the serpent symbol.
Like that to me seems like the start of like maybe Heroes for Hire. Like Luke Cage knows where all the shipments going through, and then obviously Iron Fist.
We're gonna get that in Luke Cage though. The Heroes for Hire seeds.
Maybe. Either way, I'm happy. Like I would love this in either series. I want either series to have some of that stuff in it.
I think it will. I think Luke Cage will make more sense because it's the first one. So you might as well get it out of the way. You lay the seeds for Hero Hire, which, by the way, I'll mention, 30th of September this year, Luke Cage airs on Netflix, all episodes. Which makes me think, I'm not sure if we're going to be getting Jessica Jones Series 2 in November then.
I'm fine with that, though. Jessica Jones, it was alright.
Do you not enjoy it?
I liked it, I just didn't like the end of it, and I kind of feel like they blew their load on using Purple Man so early and then just killing him off.
I don't think that's the end of him, though. There were seeds in there with that weird, like, spoilers here, but the weird organisation that paid for her medical bills and the weird dude with the red pills. I don't think that's the end of Purple Man.
But that organisation, I think that ties into Nuke, and then obviously we've got Daredevil going on now. I kind of feel like it's relating to that a bit more.
I have a feeling that I think we're going to see that sort of cliched, whatever's going to make these Heroes for Hire / the Defenders unite will probably be like that cliched Masters of Evil, their nemesis have united.
Yeah.
So maybe Kingpin sees like, oh, Purple Man's not dead, or maybe I'll give him a call and whatever.
Are we going to get a Kingpin Purple Man scene like the Doctor Doom Purple Man scene? Like that would be kind of cool. I mean,
well, you got to think it won't be the Kingpin we know from the comics. It'll be this TV Kingpin who's a little unstable, but yet a little childlike. And I have no idea how that's going to play out if they do meet.
I'm kind of excited. Like,
I look forward to it.
Like, I also kind of like the idea that like Kingpin was like almost like autistic as well.
Yeah, he come across really a bit like, or like not. What's the term? Arrested development. Like he's after the trauma of his like childhood, he kind of stayed a child. I know
because it's like he's like. I think it's more in how he reacted to things. Like I don't think he was ever like actively immature, because like to kind of get to that stage, you kind of have to have like a level of like confidence and self-assuredness. But there was always
He did like react to
It's,
things
it's,
really
it's like the
intensely.
blackouts. It's the blackout things, when he,
Yeah.
like slams the door's face and if you look into that, it's like that's a trait of being autistic.
No, it makes sense. Well, there's a study like autism is like believed that autistic people just experience the world like more intensely than everyone else. So like obviously you're gonna react to it more intensely as well.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I hope we get to see him in that series too. If we don't get to see Kingpin, I'll feel quite cheated.
I think you will, definitely. It's just that they've kind of got the hand to deal with at the moment, and I feel like that's an equally important part of Daredevil that I want to see.
I want to talk to you about Daredevil as well, if you don't mind, while we're on the subject of Netflix series.
Yes, we can. I mean, that seems like a good way of getting through.
I mean, you're a massive Miller fan.
I do like Miller when he.
And you're a massive Daredevil
racist.
Miller fan, am I right?
Yes.
So, are you creaming a bit in the thought of this series being the most Miller-esque, from compared to last series? Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Elektra
about that.
and all that. You happy to see Elektra return to
and they've got a good
film?
costume as well. Like the Elektra costume, I think is great. A lot better than the Daredevil costume, which they need to change. They need to do something with it.
I could swear they've tweaked it a bit. It doesn't look exactly the same.
It doesn't look exactly the same, but it's that same kind of like Marvel Universe battle armor look, which I don't like for Daredevil. Like I don't think it works for him.
I think it does look a bit like the 90s suit, if you remember that
definitely.
one.
It looks
But
too much like that suit.
No, without it spandex. Unless you went with the way the Black Panther suit looks.
Yeah.
Where it looks like a material, but it's not heavily armoured.
Yeah.
That's how I would have gone. But,
like
it is what it is.
vibranium.
I mean, I can kind of let go of the costume on this one because it's more than just a costume. Look at Series 1. We literally spent all 12 episodes with the black costume, 1 episode with the red.
Yeah.
And you didn't care. You were so invested in Daredevil, in Matt Murdock, in everything. The costume's a side thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not too bothered. I'm just looking forward to seeing the relationship between what they do with Elektra and Matt, especially with this kind of Karen and this kind of Foggy. It's not the ones we know.
Yeah.
From the book, so I'm interested to see how they all react to Elektra and Punisher. I'm so looking forward to the Punisher.
Yeah, it kind of seems to me like it's like if Bendis got a hold of it first and then Frank Miller came in. Like that's kind of what excites me about this, because all the characters just seem.
Bendis is
He's
on the team, ain't he? He's like an advisor.
Yeah. I
think he's an advisor. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's the plot of the first season pretty much sounded like he was an advisor anyway. So
I think I could swear he's an advisor for most things, not just the TV shows, but I think the films as well. I think they go to Bendis.
Yeah, there was that link, but I don't know if that's still going or not. Whereas the TV shows are a lot closer to the
If they're smart, they probably. Well, then again, you don't really need to worry. You got so many people like Loeb and all that who you'll link from the comics to the shows.
Yeah.
Either way, I'd have for Daredevil, I'd have Bendis involved.
Oh, definitely.
Makes sense. What was I gonna say? So the Punisher guy, you've seen him in stuff before, right? The Fury, Walking Dead, all this. Can't remember his name. I'm really bad with names.
Of
the Punisher.
Oh, the John
was
Bernthal?
in the
Bernthal?
Maybe I'm gonna say yeah.
On something,
so,
yeah.
What do you think of this guy? You think he's gonna be right? Too Italian American, not enough square jawed.
He all the stuff I've seen before. He looks like the Punisher. He seems to have that kind of a visually he looks good. From the trailer, it seems to be good. It seems to be cribbing a bit more off of the Garth Ennis stuff, which is fine by me because that's probably my favourite Punisher on, as I think it is everyone's Punisher.
I don't know anyone that doesn't like the Garth Ennis Punisher run.
So it's such an on point representation of the character. But we're seeing it at the start now. But I don't know. I see the thing is I don't know how close they're sticking to the origins of him. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about him right now in the series, but I kind of hope that he's not in it too much. I'd like it to be a bit of a fake ploy, and then I
think from my own sort of guessing and kind of piecing it together is it makes sense for him to be kind of this thing in the background.
Yeah.
Daredevil hears reports of shit, these mobs have been mowed down in this restaurant, all this, all that. but he's kind of too busy with the Hand and too busy with Elektra. So then when he does meet the Punisher,
it's a bit too late.
Maybe it's like three points in the series. Maybe there's like, I almost got it in this first time. I actually saw his face this second time, and then the third time is like, I don't know, they had a little scuffle and then they realised they're on the same side.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Daredevil's always kind of been like, it's been a point of split with Punisher. But that's the only thing, because there's that infamous Garth Ennis scene, and I kind of feel like he portrayed it a bit too black and white with Daredevil. Because like in that one, Daredevil's like, no, you can't kill people at all. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Whereas like if you read the comic, like Daredevil's kind of like, it's a big question because he can quite easily kill these people. Yet he chooses not to. And I kind of hope the show explores that a bit better. We
might not see an arc of Matt reaching that point of going from you can't really kill him to, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
You're the one pulling the trigger, not me.
I mean, even in like the first series, like he's very close. Like he does
there's that whole bit. He drops a dude
stuff.
off the roof into the bins.
Yeah, like even then, like that's a lot.
Honestly, when he did that, I was like, he's dead. And then they made that line of like he's still breathing.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man's dead. Right, he's either dead or his spine just went through his head.
Yeah. He's still breathing for like 5 seconds or whatever. Like that's kind of cool. Like I kind of want that's an interesting thing to explore if they ever choose to go with it.
It was really bugged me about these Netflix. Maybe it was just me, but I was under the impression that we was going to get them all in 1 year, or like most of them in 1 year.
I think
they've been really fucking spaced out, man.
Yeah, I think that might be just you personally.
Honestly, that's how I thought. I thought like
they all
we're going to get it
at
and
the
then
same time. Say
that again.
I think the problem was they all got announced at the same time. They're like, we're doing this, and this, and everyone's just sitting here waiting.
And it will lead
into
happen. This, yeah.
And like not realising that actually maybe this is going to take a bit longer than we thought.
You know what I really want to see? I really want to see. I want to see the fallout to Civil War, the film, affect the Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Daredevil had one of the best tie-ins to the whole Daredevil story during Civil War was so good.
And it made it a bit more believable because, like in real life, Hell's Kitchen is not horrible at all. It's quite a nice place. It's like a bit of a tourist place now.
Well, I think it used to be a shithole, right? It's kind of like Peckham and Brixton, where it's like it used to be really bad, but now it's all wine bars and bistros.
Yeah, It's like when Frank Miller did it. Yeah, it was a shithole, and then.
I'm pretty sure in the 80s when Frank Miller wrote Daredevil, though, the whole of New York / mostly Manhattan was just a massive shithole.
I think he used to get mugged a lot and stuff.
Yeah.
That area. And I think that's what Dark Knight Returns kind of came off, like that kind of like anger of having his last money taken from him at gunpoint.
Oh, fair dues. So he just wished he was an old man in a bat suit that broke people's arms.
Oh no, that was because he didn't want to write a Batman story and have Batman be younger than him. That's like the only reason Batman's older in that
fair
story.
Enough.
Because he was like 29 or something, and the Batman at that time was like mid-20s when he was.
So just write him as like a 40-year-old rather than a 60-year-old.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's a massive extreme, but fair dues.
Yeah, but you know what Frank Miller's like.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit crazy, but you gotta love him. You gotta love him.
After 9/11, we've got to kill everyone now. It's like, okay, calm down.
Whoa, mate. Really, you know what? Right, holy terror. Let's fuck it. Batman after the Bin Ladens. Why not?
Oh god, that was a fucking mistake of a book. Oh, that was a goddamn mistake. Have you read it?
No, because I remember when I was talking about it to you, and you literally used those words of "it's a mistake of a book."
It is. It's like the first thing is like a misquote from the Quran. It's like when you start off your book with a misquote, it's not going anywhere good.
Yeah. I'm glad I never read it. I mean,
I kind of feel like it's an interesting thing to read because it's the inside of someone's head, but it's a fucking mistake. Like it's just like hate speech and just fear and stupidity rolled up.
So it's like a book for Donald Trump.
It is a book for Donald Trump. Like it's Donald Trump's campaign book.
Donald Trump's Batman is holy terror.
It is true. But like, I mean, if you ever get a copy for free, read it. Like it's interesting.
No, I honestly probably wouldn't. I mean, just because I don't want to read that shit. I don't want to read hate speech and just misquotes. And it's the inside of someo's head, but it's the inside of someone's head who's not thinking right.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's
one of those things.
Why
Like,
waste my time?
It's the same reasons I read parts of Mein Kampf. It's just to see what the thought process is like behind that.
Yeah, fair dues.
Not because
I mean, it makes
I
sense
agree
you
with
read
it in
that
any way.
actually, because you are a massive racist to Asians,
That is
and
true.
Jewish people were probably next on your list.
I do hate myself, yes.
You ain't Jewish, mate. Fuck off.
Well,
You look like a Jewish. You look like a Jewish
Tuesday
dock
seems
worker.
to think I am, so I must be. You know.
You look more like a Jewish dock worker, like a dock
Jewish
worker
dock
trying
worker.
to be. Yeah, dock worker trying to be Jewish.
Okay, well there you go. That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
That's
Right,
me.
so you want to move on? You want to talk about something else, or you want to carry on with the?
I kind of feel like, well, what's the next thing? Ooh, since we're talking about, I think we should look at some DC now.
Yeah,
I want to talk about some DC. Let's chat about some DC.
What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about
Superman.
what's coming? Yeah.
That shitstorm.
Hang on, Theo, 1 sec.
Oh. Well then, Tuesday's just found a very tiny person on Minecraft. Apparently it's a baby, but it looks like a full-grown
Right,
man.
I'm back. Say that again.
Tuesday is playing on Minecraft, but she's using the Greek mod, and she
I
found
love
like
the
a
Greek
baby
mod.
villager, and it's just a full-grown man with a beard, but smaller.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love the Greek mod. Tell them to go find the Minotaur in the Labyrinth.
Find a what?
The Minotaur in the Labyrinth.
Where's the Minotaur in the labyrinth?
It's somewhere. Yeah, I think when the map spawns, it's always a different place.
Oh.
But yeah, you can find the Minotaur in the Labyrinth underground.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Tuesday,
Pretty cool.
find the Minotaur in the labyrinth underground.
Right, sorry about that. So I'm back.
Straight
You want to talk Batman Superman?
Yeah, Batman vs Superman seems like a logical thing to talk about.
What are we, like 17 days away, 16 days away?
I
Not
think
even that.
it's like about 14 or 12.
14 days. Like, shit, I thought. So, right, the massive spectacular of March is here.
Oh, I do not know how to feel about this. I really don't
You
know
know,
how to feel about this.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go first and try and put your thoughts into words, or do you want me to go first?
I'm interested to see what you have to think. I think mine. It's really obvious what I'm currently thinking right now.
All right,
but...
so I'm in the mindset of I'm looking forward to it because it is two, characters I've loved for a long time on screen, and it's kind of like that fanboyish mindset of, oh my god, I live in the world where I get to see this. But I'm also in the mindset of, do I really want to see it? Do I want to see Batman v Superman? Or do I want to see World's Finest? I'd much rather see a World's Finest or something else, or just a single Batman film or a single Superman film. The idea that it's been marketed as this massive fight and they're going to, Wonder Woman's going to show up and Doomsday's going to show up, it's going to be a massive brawl, is kind of stupid because for fans like me and you, Theo, we know how it's going to play out. It's not going to be a massive fight to the death. It's going to be probably about 20 minutes of an actual fight, some talking, realising, oh, we're mates. Doomsday, let's fuck up Doomsday. Oh no, Wonder Woman's done him in. What should we do? Fuck it, let's go home. I just don't think we need this kind of like, who will win? Batman, Superman, whose side are you on? Gotham Metropolis, all this hype, all this false advertisement in a way. Whereas they missed a trick because I would so much more love to film that is the world's finest. Them two, being them two. Did you ever read Batman Superman when it first started?
The Greg Pak stuff.
The Greg Pak, yeah, Greg Pak and Jay Lee.
Yes, I did. Most
do you
confusing
remember
book in the world.
It was a confusing book, but there were some really nice moments in it. Like Earth 2 Superman and Bruce, they knew each other from being kids.
Yeah.
And when they met Earth 1, Bruce and Clark, and they were like, how do you not get on? And then sort of showing them the ways of you two should get on because you were actually so much better together than you are apart. It was just so well done.
I don't think I read that far in, to be honest.
You didn't read that far? Okay, well, I kept with it because I kind of got a bit, soppy when it comes to those, like, oh, friendships are really cool, guys. I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Friendship is cool.
Friendship. I swear that's a modern funny thing. I don't want to say that. Right, edit that out because I fucking hate that thing.
I don't know what you said because it cut out
right,
for a second.
Right, good. If it cut out, then it's never been. Yes. Go on.
What was it though? You should say it.
I'm fucking saying it. So yeah, I just don't think we need it. I don't want it, and I don't want it to be done by Zack Snyder as well because I'm really bored of massive like testosterone action and really boring drawn out scenes of let's talk for a bit and maybe pout a bit and I'll pull a little face, but we're not really going anywhere with this scene. Do you remember do you remember Watchmen? The Silk Spectre Night Owl scenes when they're talking. It's like, all right, you just get in the fucking ship and fly to the prison. Come on,
Yeah, yeah,
do something. Do something that's not what you're doing now.
yeah.
I feel like that's what we're going to suffer from it. And Man still did it a lot as well when he was like Jonathan was talking to Clark. And as much as I really like those scenes, you only need like 1 or 2 of those scenes, not 5 of those scenes.
Yeah,
And
that's why I'm worried. See, my big thing with this movie is like I think it's kind of cool. Like it's an interesting way to introduce Superman. Like let's not pretend like just because the trailers don't look good, but. Is Zack Snyder doing it? And I feel like he just mishandles so much stuff in the DC universe.
I mean, you saw that quote a little while ago, right? If fans of Superman will know, if you're a fan of Superman, you'll know I've not changed Superman. You see that quote a little while ago?
No, but I feel like he's incredibly wrong.
Yeah, he come out and said this.
I feel like he's never read Superman
I want to say it was
books,
like a
ever.
beginning of the year. Say that again, dude.
I feel like he's never read a Superman book.
That's what a lot of people's reaction was like. You ever read Superman? Snapping necks and beating up Batman? Like, what Superman books you read?
I think there's only 2 scenes I think that kind of match, and that was because they're in the Jeff Johns Man of Steel stuff.
Well, there's that, and there's a lot of stuff from the Dark Knight. They're clearly using the Dark Knight a lot.
Yeah, I mean in terms of Man of Steel, the first one.
Oh, Man of Steel. Yeah, there's a lot of that and Rebirth. Birthright. Sorry, not Rebirth. Birthright. Yeah. The Wade and who's the artist on?
Lionel Yu.
Lionel Yu. There you go. Thank you for the save. Yeah, there was a lot. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good, and the fact they're taking from, it's awkward because they're taking from Dark Knight really heavily, but Dark Knight made sense because of the time period and the story that it was setting, like of the Justice League not being a Justice League anymore, Batman, not being Batman.
It's like Superman had kind of sacrificed himself just to make sure anyone got out of that alive. That's what he did. He just became a government stooge because otherwise everyone would be fucked.
Well, there you go. Whereas we're setting it as a Superman who's been Superman for 2 years just doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I just
I'm Superman, yeah.
I mean, it means that I feel like we get to miss out on a lot of potential history as well with Batman. Like, we just kind of have to assume that all this stuff happens or hasn't happened, and we don't know. We don't know why Batman is the way he is, and it's like, I'm kind of. From what I've heard,
what we've seen so far is we know that death in the family has happened, with one of his Robins being smacked up by Joker.
Wasn't it Dick Grayson? People are saying it happens.
I'm not even sure. I'm hearing it was Jason Todd, and Jason Todd is going to be the Joker is actually Jason Todd in real life, and then I'm hearing so many weird stuff, and I do agree with you completely. We're missing the history of Batman here. I was saying to Lucas, what they should have done if they were really clever is use the continuity of the Nolan trilogy.
Yeah.
And when, I'll tell you what, fuck it, he'd come back from France or Italy, wherever he fucked off to, because fucking Superman showed up.
And they get to use the stuff that they so clearly want to use, which is, the Christopher Nolan timeline, because they Nolan did the movies and they went, yes, this is what all movies have to be like from now on that are DC, and it's like, no, that's not the case at all. You're just missing the point.
Yeah. Nolan
had an interesting idea. That's it.
Do you know what I really wish we got to see the Nolan Superman Nolan really wanted to do?
What was that?
He wanted to do it a little while ago, and then Warner Brothers went to him, how about you do the Batman film instead, and we'll let you be a producer on that still. And he took it for the sake of being a producer on it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough, because there wasn't enough, you could see hints of Nolan in there.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work. It was too much Snyder.
He should have directed it, really, I think.
I would love to have seen it. I would love to see what ideas he brings to Superman, Superman's one of those characters who is ridiculously overpowered and strange and unnatural, and a lot of writers suffer from that because they just can't fathom the thought process of it,
Yeah.
Or writers who are going like, tell you what, I'll power him down a bit so he's a bit more, writable and stuff. I feel like Nolan would have just gone in there Grant Morrison style, been like, fuck it, he's irradiated from the sun, he's the strongest he ever is, he's fighting that fucker over there.
Yeah.
I just feel bummed out about this film. I should be really excited about it, but I feel bummed out. I'm just like,
it's like it's the film of it. Right now, it seems like the film of the 90s comics, which is we've missed the point of Watchmen and we've missed the point of Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
We just want to see dark and gritty, horrible stuff.
Yeah. and pouches and you know, oddly drawn waists.
Oh yeah, lots of pouches. Well, they're saying now I do like the Batman costume from it. Not gonna lie.
I think you're saying that because it is just ripped from Dark Knight.
A little bit, but I also
you
like
can't
that
go
style of Batman
wrong
costume.
with it. I don't mind it. I was saying to Lucas again. I feel like the mask is a bit too clunky and weird. There's no. I really hate. Like Dark Knight was the first movie where Batman could turn his head, and we've gone backwards, and now there's no seam on the neck, and it's, I don't.
Is he?
Can't
he turn his head? Can't you turn his head?
I was looking at a picture and there is no seam. So I did hear that there's going to be some kind of magic worked so he can turn his head. So I imagine it's going to be a CGI kind of remove the rubber build-up from when he turns.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just feels like a step back to me. Because it just looks stiff and it looks awkward and it looks clunky. And whenever he moves, it's just going to look CGI now, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. All we can do is just wait, but my expectations are high.
Yeah, that's the big problem with this movie, is they seem to have done everything to go out of their way to make people not really give a shit about it.
Barbara Gordon's been cast in the movie.
And then apparently all the scenes has been like cut out or something.
Really? That's hilarious.
That's what I've heard.
That's hilarious. So they're like cramming people in just to rip them out. It's like Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Mary Jane all over again. Was
Mary Jane supposed to be in that?
She was meant to be, yeah. Do you know the lady from the Insurgent movies?
No.
She's the lead actress in those. She was meant to be in it, filmed all her scenes in New York and stuff, and then they ripped it out because at the time Sony was going to put them in Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
And as we know, it never really happened.
Because it was shit. I mean, that's the thing. Like, the big thing I want from this is I want the Ben Affleck movie. I want the Ben Affleck.
The one for what? The
movie.
one he's directed to
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, I want that to happen. I want them to not cancel that.
They won't cancel it. That's the thing. I have a feeling that because it's Batman, they won't cancel it. I think that if anything doesn't happen from this movie, it will be things like a second Wonder Woman or maybe another Superman. As for Batman, he's the untouchable child of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
He can look at Batman and Robin. We should never have had another Batman film. 7 years later, we had another Batman film.
But it was good.
Yeah, Batman and Robin was really good.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie. I love that movie.
It was the best Batman film ever. Even Lucas says it. You know?
I mean, like
Lucas is right here, right next to me, and he says what?
Batman and Robin, like, just made Batman perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, he says he wants to get a tit wank from Clooney.
I think like here's the thing, like without Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah,
is I know that was Batman Forever, wasn't it?
That was Batman Forever with Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, never mind. Batman and Robin shit.
Yeah, Batman and Robin is shit. Yeah, but
it all hinged on that Tommy Lee Jones performance.
Yeah, I've got a really horrible feeling that maybe Batman Superman might be Batman and Robin of the new generation.
Oh, that'll be the worst thing ever.
Do you know what? My big fear. Hang on, I'm just gonna get my dog out of my room. 1 second.
Whoa, doggy dog.
My big worry is from films like Batman and Superman where they don't look too great. Is this could be the movie that ruins all the superhero movies?
I don't think so.
It's not. I'm not about this particular one, but this and many others throughout the past. I always look at like, are you going to be the one? Are you going to be the one that pops the bubble?
See,
you know,
I feel like it's all that's really happened right now is superhero movies have become like a strong genre movie now. So
that winds me up.
You might see less.
It winds me up because it's not a genre, is it? It's a storytelling tool. You can have a superhero cowboy film. You can have a superhero spy film. Dark Knight and Captain America 2, best examples of two superhero films that don't feel like superhero films.
Yeah.
One feels like a 70s inspired like espionage film, and one that is literally a crime movie with a clown and a bat.
Yeah.
We should move away from the idea of a superhero film is a genre of like it's just superheroes in, that's it. I mean, because it dumbs it down a bit.
Yeah, but I feel like that's how it looks to the people up top, and I don't
Then
think
get those
they're
people
gonna
out
go
and put
away.
people like Loeb and John in.
They're not going to go away like these movies. I think it's going to take quite a lot to get rid of them.
I mean, it'll be the westerns. They eventually will fade away, but they'll still be there. You know, we still get westerns to this day.
You still get them done. I mean, I feel like Disney does just such a great job, like with their movies right now, that it's going to take quite a lot to tank the Marvel train. I feel like DC's in danger of like just getting gone, but
I don't know how to feel, because I feel like something could easily break Disney's train, but it won't be Disney. It will just be like something will stink so bad that it will put people off the idea of going to these movies more often, and maybe Disney will then pull back making them and all that. And as for Disney, call it Disney bias, because I've always been a Marvel/Disney kid growing up, but they're just, as you said, they've just been so on point with their films, like fucking knocking them out like crazy.
they get them out quick. Like even Ant-Man, which was a movie with like one of the most troubled developments like of recent times.
Yeah, that
still came out and it was a great
2007.
Movie. Yeah, it was still a great movie.
Loved it. I am biased towards that though, because he is my favourite superhero.
But what saved that was just like it was a good script. The acting.
To be fair, they
good.
played it super safe by making it Iron Man with more bells and whistles.
Yeah, sure, still good. Like I still liked it. Like at the end of the day, they still made a good movie, and that was like their bomb. Like so, I don't know.
Apparently, China loved it. I think it was China. I heard like one of the countries that got it like way after everyone else, like it made bucks, and that's what made it get the sequel for Ant-Man and Wasp.
Oh,
that's what I heard anyway, but you know.
I'm really excited to have Ant-Man and Civil War. Like how fucking good is that?
Oh, dude, don't! I saw. Can we just talk about the trailer? Should we talk about the trailer while we're here?
Yes, they did Pym arrows. They did Ant-Man on the arrows. 10 out of 10.
Right.
10 out of 10.
I'm gonna get a bit fanboyish, right? Again, favourite superhero growing up was the Ant-Man, but you know, extended to the larger Pym family.
Yeah.
Favourite image as a kid was always Hawkeye's arrow with an Ant-Man on it.
What covers that?
And
Was that a West Coast Avengers cover?
It was I think it was Standard Avengers. I can't remember now. I can find the cover, but I can't remember the number. Don't think it was a West Coast.
I think it was at the same time period as West Coast.
Yeah, because Hawkeye was everywhere. Hawkeye was like the main guy. It was during that like weird, like I think early 80s where Hawkeye was the best thing since like Fred.
Which is odd. That's an odd thing.
It was odd. I mean, it never lasted long. Like West Coast Avengers, was like 2 years, 3 years?
It's supposed to be really good though. I need to give it.
No, from what I've read, it was really, really well done. For a kind of silly idea.
That's the thing. Like right now, the weakest Avenger is Hawkeye. That really makes me a bit sad.
But do you know why he's the weakest Avenger?
Because it's Jeremy Renner.
No. It's not even to do with the actor. In my own opinion, and I can probably pull a few people that would agree with me on this, it's because it's not the Hawkeye that is in the comics. The Hawkeye in the comics is this, ex-carny, orphan with a, like villain of a brother who was raised by villains, taught by villains, but has this kind of like,
it's unshakable.
Fucking, cowboy, unshakable bravado about him.
It needs to be good.
Instead, they made him, ultimate Hawkeye, who's just this like, I'm really
Special
good with
agents,
like anything, and I'm special agent, and I'm really straight lacer military, and it's like, that's not Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hawkeye is the guy who would do a somersault over your head, shoot his arrow into your gun, and tell you a joke while he's doing it. I know, exactly. I used to love those things as a kid, honestly. Like, it was the best, like, just ridiculous, most over-the-top things you'd ever see as a kid. And then they gave you this weird purple coat-wearing man.
Yeah, like I mean, the thing is, I reckon Jeremy Renner could do the comic Hawkeye. I think he.
He could. He's a funny guy. I've seen him do comedy stuff. Even when Avengers 2 came out, he was on Jimmy Fallon's show, just tearing the piss out of him himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Back to the trailer, man. Back to this trailer, because it was probably the biggest trailer of all the trailers that's come out. Batman, Superman, the Wonder Woman stuff we've seen. Not technically a trailer,
but 10 seconds.
Are you being a dick? Are you serious? Like, we saw Ant-Man on a arrow.
I'm not, but
you're putting it down to the last 10 seconds. We've seen that guy before. We've seen that guy in 5 other films.
But what's
he
on
can
the
have
internet?
a backseat.
What's popping off on the internet? If I search Civil War trailer, what do I find?
Real quick, before we get to this last 10 seconds, I'll tell you what's not on the internet, right? The hilarious moment, Black Panther jumps to Bucky's bike and takes him out, sure, but then does this like comedic synchronized roll with Bucky down the road.
Yeah.
I saw it, couldn't help but find it hilarious. Just seeing these two superheroes, these two stupidly dressed dudes, just rolling down the street together. Why the fuck not?
Because 10 out of 10. That's why.
Anyway, let's talk about this guy that popped up in the last 10 seconds that has had 5 films of his own, but
let's talk about you know, the moment where Captain America has the shit kicked out of him and he's like, I've still got a fight left in me.
No, I could do this all day, mate.
Yeah.
That's what he says, and that's right from Cap 2.
It's exactly.
Cap 1, I mean,
like,
when he's in the alleyway.
Have you seen the gif where someone's like literally put the two scenes together and they're like the same?
No, I haven't.
Like, it's the same motion.
Really, like that kind of weird, like, boxer chug where he, chugged upwards, like, gets his feet.
It's the same. It's fantastic.
Oh,
it's
shit,
so
really? I knew the line was the same, but I didn't know that's well done. See, that there is quality. That's nice little service.
That's why that for me kind of sums up why the Marvel movies are so good. You know,
they just get their characters as well. Like, they get Captain America. He's the guy that
Captain America right. Like, that's the big thing.
Get shit kicked out of him, but he keep coming. All the while, DC can't do Superman.
DC just fucking up Superman. Who is basically Captain America?
He is Captain America that can fly. All you need to do is look at them, right? All like, you know, like when you're cheating off someone in school. That's all DC need to do, and just go, all right. So Boy Scout never gives up. The closest they got was in Man of Steel when he wouldn't stop fighting the dubstep machine. When it's pushing down on him and he's like, you know, Superman didn't give up. It was kind of poorly done. But let's talk about this guy. This guy who showed up.
Captain Underoos.
Yeah, so this trailer was the biggest trailer.
I'm quite happy that they use that.
What, Underoos? Yeah. Why are you happy they use Underoos?
Because
is that what he calls him?
Yeah, that's an old nickname of his in the comics, like when they were first...
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
I like that.
I think that's cool.
No one calls Cap or Iron Man Shellhead or Winghead, you know?
They don't, which makes no sense to me. Like,
I mean, to be fair, we got Spider-Man, I just dropped his name, in this film, so we probably will get Shellhead and Winghead. I'll ruin the surprise. Yeah, so this, as I was saying, this trailer is the biggest trailer probably to drop since ever, because at the very end...
for sliced bread.
Yeah, the trailer for sliced bread. I imagine that Hovis like, all like, in a world of whole loaves.
Are you tired of using knives?
Do you always cut one slice thick and one thin?
Oh, I hate when that happens. It's the worst.
Oh, fuck it. I hate the one where you're cutting and you don't realise you've gone diagonal
and you got like a weird angle.
Yeah, yeah. It's that and cheese I do it with. I fucking hate it.
Oh man, you need to get yourself like a T-square or something. I don't know.
I just need to start buying more sliced cheese and bread.
You do. Maybe you should listen to it because you know. You know what I mean? You know
Betty White was born before sliced bread.
Who? What?
Betty White. Do you not know who Betty White is?
No. Well, I probably do.
Fuck. You do. She's like a really old American lady. I think she was one of the Golden Girls. Lovely lady.
One of the Golden Girls. Okay, then I definitely don't know.
Anyway. So let's get back to Spider-Man and Golden Girls. Right. So Spider-Man showed up.
Dayglow Spider-Man.
And his eyes moved, and he took Cap's shield and webbed Cap's arms, and the whole world simultaneously jizzed.
Yep. That was like a collective movement of... Just that was an moment.
I'm being a bit like this, but I'm not gonna lie. I did jizz a bit.
Yep, you did. It's fucking Spider-Man, but done right. Like.
Did you jizz? You jizzed?
I was really happy. I was very happy.
You jizzed. He jizzed everywhere. I'm looking forward to it because it's not even Spider-Man done right kind of thing. Because I'll always stand by Raimi's.
Oh yeah, Raimi got it right the first time.
It was like
it's been so long.
It has been so long. Amazing Spider-Man 1 was a good attempt. Number 2 was...
shite.
So bad. I really had so much high hopes for it. I was really looking forward to it. Like, if it follows number 1, and it would be pretty cool, and Green Goblin might be in it. And it was so bad.
And then they're like, let's have everything ever. By the way, they're friends.
They literally did what Sam Raimi 3 did. And it's like, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, I mean. And why are you going to repeat the same mistakes, Sony? Why? It's like the new Ghostbusters is just going to be Ghostbusters 2 again. Ghosts all over the city. We've not seen that before. Yes, we did. It was Ghostbusters 2, and it wasn't.
I mean, with Ghostbusters though, like there aren't that many plots you can really do from Ghostbusters.
Mate, yes, you can. Vlad the Impaler's ghost comes back. Hitler's ghost comes back.
Oh fuck.
Fucking Vladimir Putin's ghost comes back, even though he's not dead yet. Future Ghost. Space Ghost.
Oh yes, Space Ghost, Ghostbusters crossover, done.
That's what I'm talking about. Nah. Come to me, I'll round these ideas off all day long. But yeah, so what do you think of this Spider-Man? Based on the look, because we had a little mini discussion the other day about this,
It's still
and it led me into a massive rant and / new idea to remake Civil War as a story about a nonce in an iron machine.
Iron nonce, fucking
Iron
little children.
nonce. So yeah, it was you in it. It was like, why is he so built for a 15-year-old?
Yeah, I saw that, and he looks like this, like, obviously, like, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s stuff,
Probably
man.
30-year-old man, yeah, in a suit.
Hey guys, it's like,
Hey guys, it's
what
like Michael
the
Jackson, isn't it? It's
fuck?
like you're clearly too old for that voice.
Like, it just doesn't work. Like, I mean, the guy, I think Tom Holland's like 19, so he must have been 18/19.
I've heard he's 19 in real life, but he's playing a 15-year-old Spider-Man.
From what we know,
Not a far jump,
we could be wrong.
but
We could be wrong. I don't want to like go out and say that's definite because
I've been told. I haven't seen any pictures of Tom Holland recently since that movie with
he's a
Ewan
Kingston
McGregor
native,
with the massive disaster. He's a Kingston native.
Yeah, he's from Kingston.
Mate, you might have Spider-Man coming to your store one day.
Maybe I might have. Apparently, Superman lives in Richmond. So does Tom Hardy. Apparently, everyone wants to live around this area.
Well, apparently Ellie Goulding used to live up Bromley.
Oh, did she?
Apparently, yeah. That's why I never saw her. Fucking Ellie Goulding, eh? Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, house prices are going up because of Spider-Man.
House prices have gone up because of Spider-Man.
That's what Tuesday just told me.
Fucking Spider-Man. Right, what was we saying? We were saying about his weird body build. Yeah, so apparently he has put some weight on. Not weight, but built up. He's gotten ripped a bit. I don't know how ripped, but I doubt it's 30-year-old man ripped.
I mean, it's definitely spider ripped. It's just weird. Like, it seems to me that, like, from 18, 19, your voice is going to break and all that kind of stuff. I'm a bit worried that they just digitally altered his voice to make him sound younger. Because
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like when I was 18, 19,
but you got to remember he's doing American voice as well, so he probably just lowered it, like hired it a bit.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a bit worried because although I'm happy to have like college Spider-Man, like do college Spider-Man then, like he's.
This ain't college Spider-Man, dude. He's 15. This is high school
not college
Spider-Man.
You know the Bendis Mark Bagley Spider-Man, where he was a bit like spindly.
Yeah, literally the high school teenage Spider-Man.
Yeah, you do that, but like Spider-Man's not really that built. He's Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool. Like that's the kind of like body type we're kind of looking at.
Man, Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool was ripped.
He's ripped, but he's like tall, slender, athletic.
Body, yeah, athletic body. It's not ripped or anything, but it is athletic. You can tell the dude can probably run far.
Yeah, like it's that kind of ripped. It's not like muscly bodybuilder kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, he's never
yeah.
done that way. So they're kind of on the right point for it. I just feel like it just looks a bit weird. Like maybe I don't know. It's just odd. It was just the voice was just really weird. It's such a small thing, but it just.
No, I know what
makes
you mean.
everything out
Like,
of
when you
sync.
pointed it out, I couldn't help but notice it myself. Like it was a small voice for a rather older looking body. But again, you know, we don't know what it's going to be. That was only a CGI character, so we might get, you know, a better balance when it's him and see the face on it. You might be like, I understand now, because you know, I doubt he's going to be having stubbly like pubic moustaches or anything.
Yeah, like we don't really need that business.
No, you'll go like, you know, full on back face and it'll be all fine. But it's just that CGI model did look too old to have that voice.
Yeah, and I'm really annoyed that they did CGI first. Like I feel like that was a mistake.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I would have shown off the actor, I think.
Yeah.
What you know?
It's a good shot.
He's,
It's a good shot they used, but like,
you could tell why they used it. It's him with the shield after doing a cool move, but at the same time, show off the actor. You know, him and the Bozeman guy, the only dudes not to have their face shown.
Yeah,
I
and
think
also,
in any promotion.
Clearly, it's not the first time he's in that movie. Like,
no. You could. I heard
shocked.
synopsises and stuff, and apparently, no, it's not. Like they meet due to like fixing up web shooters or what shit like that.
Which is kind of cool. I like that. That makes Peter Parker
I like
more
it.
believable.
I have a question about the suit though. I like the suit. I like the design on the suit.
Yeah,
You know,
except
I
for
can
the
see-
cuts. I don't like the cuts in the line. You know, like
the things on his arms and legs.
Yeah, with this like little. It's you know how it has like the red line and then
Yeah,
it's continuous, and this is like little cuts, the little arrowy. It breaks
I don't
away.
mind them because they remind me a bit of the Superior costume.
But that's not the costume.
A little bit. I don't mind that costume. It's quite a nice costume.
It's a good costume, but it's Doc Ock costume. It's not Spider-Man.
No, it is not a Spider-Man costume. But it's not. If it is a nod to that, it's a nice idea that they're nodding it to like a story that, you know, to be honest, only comic readers will actually have read.
Yeah.
But
I mean, my big thing about it though is like the original Ditko Stan Lee design is perfect. Like they nailed it. First time around.
It is.
And that's why, like, you look at the Sam Raimi costume, it just looks like that.
I was going to say, I would stand by the Sam Raimi costume because out of all the movie ones, it is the closest.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's just got that horrible wiring that kind of jars me.
Which is a bit weird, but
it is a bit weird. So, like, a lot of people on the internet have been going, like, oh, it's just the best look yet. What do you think comparing pictures side by side? And I'm so tempted to shout, I'm like, it's the first fucking one. It's the one that looks like the one it's meant to be.
Yeah.
You know?
It's right. I mean, also, like, so did you see the shot where someone, you can see the back of the costume for like a second?
What, when he flips?
Yeah, like someone managed to freeze flame it, and it looked.
What the fuck? Someone managed to get that on like actual high def.
They did, yeah. And
that's
like
talent. I want that guy.
And like
that's talent. That is.
The spider they use on the back is perfect.
Is it the fat red one?
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Yes, that's all. That's
good.
Fine then. The colour scheme is a little bright for me.
Yeah, I feel like.
You said that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like that might change during the movie. Or it might be like one of those things where they'll just like, oh, the costume's a bit too bright, and that's the response we take from the trailer.
Could put it down to the fact that it's a broad daylight shot, maybe. Just oh, fuck it. But I've got a weird question that nagged me. Like, you know, the eyes move in that way. Does that mean that the faceplate has got a faceplate that's metal, or is it just the eyes that are metal?
I think it will be like the eyes that are metal. There's got to be mechanism in there. Because it looks like that's going to be like their version of the Iron Spider, maybe. Like that's what I'm thinking.
This is what I was thinking. I was thinking that's where I was sort of leading into. Is like, is this a mechanical suit? Because if so, is it going to lead into the Iron Spider?
Like, I kind of think it is, because, like, if you think about it, if you look at the Civil War, like, storyline, Peter Parker, like, breaks away because he's like, well, actually, no, I don't agree with Tony Stark's methods. Like,
and then puts back on his old, you know, tattered
uniform. But in this
costume.
case, it will be a uniform that's not Stark tech. So what's he going to do as a kid? He's just going to go, well, I like the costume design, I'll just do this one. I'll make it for myself. And then you'll have, like, the full-on classic costume.
But then that's going by the idea that Tony is the one that kind of created Spider-Man. If we go with the idea that he's a Spider-Man first, and then Tony sort of took him under his wing, improved his suit, improved his shooters, Peter was like, fuck this. Puts on his old original costume. Are we then going into the territory of two costumes in one movie?
Possibly, I'm fine with
that. Maybe one that is like a Ditko look.
I'm fine with that. Like,
that would make so many people jizz.
I think that would be really cool, because like we don't necessarily have to like. I mean, maybe you just like kind of see him in the background or something from the movies. Like they've already suggested that there is a kid.
I really want a scene where he's got a paper bag on his head.
Oh, that'd be 10 out of 10.
Just do it, like just a bit where he's like escaping Tony and he's got a poor bag on his head.
I'm down with that. Well, that's the thing, because you know he was referenced in like the first Avengers movie. Spider-Man.
Was he?
Yeah, they mentioned a wall-calling grid from New York. And then he was messaged in Ant-Man.
I remember the Ant-Man reference. I know that there was talks during Amazing Spider-Man that they wanted to put the Oscorp building in, but they got the green light too late in production.
Yeah.
So they couldn't put it in the Avengers.
He's referenced.
I don't remember a wall crawler in.
I'm fairly certain he's referenced one of the Avenger movies beforehand, but like it's really like you'd have to know. I guess. I mean, no. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was like we're not saying it's Spider-Man, but it's these power sets in this town.
You know what? I don't remember the line, but it is just a reason to go back and watch them. Just to see. But I do know the Ant-Man one, like when he's looking for Ant-Man, he's like, what kind of guy? You've got guys that crawl on walls, guys that swing and all that.
Yeah. Like he's been referenced before in the universe, so that's kind of cool. And I'm really glad that they're not doing his fucking origin again.
Did you hear that they're making a Venom film? When I say they, I mean Sony are going ahead with a Venom film.
Yeah, sure, they can waste their money if they want.
I feel so sorry for Sony. No one wants to see their movies. No one wants to see Ghostbusters. No one wants to see Venom.
They keep fucking it up. Like they just don't. They just don't
Yeah.
get it. They have all this like great IP, and they just consistently fuck it up every
Yeah,
time.
but would you not agree they're doing a better job than Fox? Three Fantastic Fours all fuck ups.
Oh yeah, they're all shit, weren't they?
I
I mean,
mean, majority of the X-Men films fuck ups. They've
last
literally got
Fantastic
Deadpool.
Four, I liked the idea of it. I liked what Josh Trank wanted to do, but
I honestly thought you was going to say I liked it. I was going to laugh.
no, I didn't like it. I liked there was bits of it that I enjoyed, where I was like, this is clearly what he wants to do, and then
Yeah, from the
and there's
sound of
bits
it,
where it's like,
I mean,
Fox
it
just
does
walked
sound
in.
like it was a studio
Oh yeah, it was
getting involved too much kind of thing.
way
And-
too much. He didn't
and-
want the Invisible Woman actress in it, so he hated her. Like, he didn't want her in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He didn't even choose her. He was like forced to have her in the movie, and I think that's kind of like part of the, the troubles of that production.
I feel sorry for the actress because like she's like, what the fuck did I do to you, Josh Trank?
And he was like, I don't want you in my movie.
Fuck off, you shit! I don't even like fucking House of Cards. Fuck off.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably what he said.
Fuck Netflix.
Well, like, in all
about
fairness,
Amazon.
like to him, it's like he doesn't want her in the part, and he like wrote that movie.
No,
didn't he?
I mean I understand. Like you don't see a fit, you don't take it. They force it. It's not on him.
Yeah, and like apparently the cut that came into the cinemas wasn't his cut as well.
Yeah, I
Was
heard
it-
this like literally right up to the last bit as well. They was kind of like, yeah, we'll just re-edit it from here, and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and which is a shame because there's bits in that movie that I like. Like I heard like the body horror ideas he does. I think that's
Yeah.
really cool. Like
I was listening.
it's an interesting movie for me. It's not a good movie, but it's an interesting movie.
Do you listen to any Kevin Smith podcasts?
I occasionally dip in and out of his stuff. Not as much as I used to.
See, I only listen to the Fat Man or Batman one these days.
Yeah,
but did you
pretty
catch the Josh Trank interview?
No.
He did a 3-part interview in the 3 weeks leading up to Fantastic Four, and it was meant to be a 4-parter. So, like on the day of its release, he was meant to be having an interview.
Yeah.
3 interviews, all of them. He was so enthusiastic, so optimistic about it. I want to say they was done like days apart as well, so it was like actually done like a couple of days before it was released.
Yeah.
4th interview come, he didn't show up, sent an email, and literally what you said, he messaged Kevin Smith like, yeah, it's not my movie. Like the movie I made, I would love for people to see, but
Yeah.
it's not there.
Which is a real shame because he's like tied down to this movie that he's just gone like this isn't what I wanted to do. This isn't my movie.
Yeah,
And, like, the
and the
good
poor
bits-
guy went off the grid, man.
Yeah, and like the good bits of that movie, you can tell are his stuff. Like you can tell,
Yeah.
but it's like the body horror bits, it's the Akira like bits. Because like I mean that's the thing, like that's like his approach was close to the original Stan Lee idea of this exploratory like science fiction horror comic,
He did want to make
That
it like a
sounds
pure
really
science
cool.
film, innit? Yeah.
and that sounds really cool. That to me is. If you're going to do Fantastic Four now, that's how you're going to do Fantastic Four. That's how I'm going to be interested in your movie.
Yeah.
And then you use Doctor Doom in your other properties, and we're all good. You know?
No, but it's not going to work out like that now.
Which is kind of annoying.
And the really sad thing is that it's kind of like the effect of that has kind of echoed through where like I doubt Disney's even going to want to touch Fantastic Four.
You know, you say
Marvel
that, but
Comics
I
don't
feel
really.
like
I haven't even got a Fantastic Four book out at the minute. It's like
it's going to be the Spider-Man effect of like Spider-Man comes over to Disney, and then suddenly fanfare. This is going to be the best thing ever. Spider-Man's going to be great. Because like so many people have said that to me. That like I want Disney to take over Fantastic Four and do it the
I'd
proper
love to
way.
see it. I'd love to see it, but I don't think they will because at the end, like, what are you going to do? You can't do the First Family idea because they're not the First Family. They're literally like one of the like 10th properties they would own.
Yeah.
What would you do? You'd have to try and cram them in somewhere, or try to, unless you did like a old school set it in a period piece, like a 60s movie.
That would be cool.
Like, oh, I remember stories of this fantastic family that once lived in the Baxter building. They disappeared one day, and this is a story how they disappeared, and then boom, oh look, we're back, but we haven't aged. Present day. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Or they could kind of like do the big move and go, Josh Trank, do the move that you want to do, and then we'll insert them into the mythology.
I'd
of the
take that,
movies.
but I'd have one tweak on it. I wouldn't make them kids. I'd
You would-
age them up again.
I would
I'd
age them
back
up.
up. Yeah,
I mean, because
yeah.
that's the thing. Like, I that's why it's such an interesting movie for me because there's a lot of stuff in it that I like.
You're the only person who says anything positive about it. Honestly, you are.
Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe.
I think I heard someone once say, "Oh, the visuals were alright." Like in terms of like the thing.
Sorry, 1 second, but soy
No
milk.
worries. No worries.
Yeah, soy milk. Just in case we run out. And dough balls. Sorry guys, I'm doing a pizza order. Yeah, no, I feel like I am, but like, I think it's because I've actively tried with this thing, because I do have a soft spot for the Fantastic Four.
I
Like,
do too. I always loved them.
I like the Hickman one of it. I feel like Hickman got it as well.
I love the Hickman one. You know what I would do actually? I wouldn't. I love the Hickman one, but you can't beat the Mark Waid run.
Like the Mark Waid stuff, I read some of that. I really enjoy that as well.
Oh, dude, it's so good. The stuff he does with Doom is like semi-heartbreaking but semi-terrifying. Like, it takes Doom into this real dark place, but you kind of don't lose sympathy for him almost.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. That's what I would do. Fuck it. I would jump straight in and be like, boom, there's a family who've been operating for...
Like, you could do that. I mean, it's so easy to do, and Josh Trank's vision would fit in with it as well. But it's just a shame that we're going to kind of lose some of the origin stuff. But
yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't want to touch the origin. You do a Hulk and not mention origin. I think Marvel are just done with origin stories altogether. I want to say I read an interview with Feige like a year or so ago saying no more origin stories. Doctor Strange is going to jump straight in and be like, this is it. Just take him at face value. You don't need to see Harry become what he is. But then I'm hearing that he is going to be an origin, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You look forward to Strange? No?
Strange, I was very... I wasn't sure about until I saw him in the costume, and I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We've got it.
And then once you find out that the guy they're getting to play Wong is the last name of Wong, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't... That's terrible. You're a terrible person.
I didn't say you can't go wrong. I said you can't
Shut
go
up,
wrong.
you racist.
I said art. I said an art, right? I said you can't go wrong. You're racist Asian. You're racist to Asians. You assumed I said that. You can play this back and hear the R in that.
Yes, I
can. You fucking racist.
I'm not going to, but I can.
You fucking racist.
Do you know what?
Don't drag me down to your level.
I want Marvel to have Fantastic Four for Doom. Like, that's the main thing.
That's what I've been saying. Doom is the best thing. Marvel need someone that isn't Loki at the moment, because you can't keep using Loki, but unfortunately he is the best thing they got.
He bores the shit out of me though. Like, I don't even like him that much anymore. I'm just like...
What, the actor or the character?
Both.
I like Tom Hiddleston. I like Tom Hiddleston a lot, but I feel like kind of cornered Loki into this kind of position of like, what the fuck do you do with him now? You know, he's tried taking over the world. He's now taken over Asgard. What do? You just leave him? Yeah. I want a Doom. I'm glad they're doing Thanos, but you can't beat Doom.
I mean, because Doom's such an interesting character. Like, with Doom, you have, like, he's not necessarily a villain.
No, he's literally that ideal villain of he believes he's doing what's right. He believes his own agenda.
And, like, one of the interesting things
don't think he is evil.
I mean, one of the interesting things about Secret War is the fact that he was right for a while. He was a good ruler. He helped save the Marvel Universe. And there's not many villains you can say that about. Like, you couldn't say that about Thanos.
No, you could. He literally wiped out half of them.
Yeah.
I mean, although we've seen characters like Thanos and Loki and others to a certain extent have had that side. They've done something for the benefit of good, whether it be for their own cause or whatnot. But with Doom, he literally believes he's doing what's right.
Exactly.
And most of the time, he's just not doing it in the right way.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm going to protect that area, but I'm going to fuck everyone else while I'm doing it. All right, well done for protecting your country, but you didn't need to kill half of the country next door.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like the Daredevil goes to Latveria and then finds out everyone's pretty happy and okay.
Yeah, I love every time they go to Latveria, because he literally is like, perfect life as long as you're willing to accept it's the perfect life. The minute you step out of line and disagree with it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah. And that's kind of what makes him an interesting villain, and I want to see that. Like, we just need to get past Thanos.
Do you know what someone should just fuck the Fantastic Four off? Just give the rights of Doom to Marvel, so then they can do like
Fox aren't going to do that. Fox are so stingy with their stuff.
They need right then. Fine, then Fox need to just copy and paste the Book of Doom into a film.
Oh, there you go.
And then you perfect film. Don't put any of your Sony touching grubby hands on it. Copy and paste.
Just do it.
That's all you need to do. And you've made the perfect movie because it's just a really fucking good Doom story.
Yeah.
Or be a cunt and just keep fucking him up.
Well, you know which one they're going to go for, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
like,
we're in a weird period with this stuff because Fox are being like tight-assed, but then at the same time, Deadpool and the X-Men are doing their own thing. So can they afford to just kick the Fantastic Four to the side?
I think so at this point because they're not doing anything with it. Like, it would be better for them to sell it off. They'll make more money off of it that way, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the main reason why Sony's doing the whole Spider-Man thing is because they were like hemorrhaging money from it.
Yeah, but they haven't sold that completely. They're still co-ownership of the rights.
Yeah, which is a very smart move by them.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think it's something like to do with their villains they rent out, essentially. So, like, Marvel can do whatever they want with Spider-Man, it's just the villains they have to, like...
So, yeah. So you'd have to pay a bit more extra if they want to do the Sinister Six or whatnot.
Yeah, which is cool. Like,
fair enough, because you don't need all of the villains. You literally, to tell a good Spider-Man story, you can probably use about 5 and then stick with that 5.
Yeah, or you could just not have them at all.
Or not, actually, yeah, that's even better.
The only one I'd really want to have over is like Doc Ock or maybe the Lizard. There's like 2.
I'll take Goblin, but as long as it's Norman, like proper Norman.
It's so hard to do the Goblin. Like...
Nah, man, because like literally, this is what annoys me when people go, "It's so hard to do this in film." No, it isn't, because for years, comic book writers have been slaving away making perfect stories for you to make into film. You just don't look. There's so many good Norman stories out there. I'm not talking about the Gwen Stacy Norman stuff. I'm talking about the proper like pre-clone shagging shit. You know, proper
pre-Jackal knobbing everyone.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what you want. You want that Norman, and maybe to a bit of extent, Dark Reign Norman Osborn.
Oh, he's a cool character.
He was cool. He was used really well there. It went on a bit too long, but it was good.
And there's what was it, the Thunderbolt stuff that Warren Ellis did.
I really enjoyed it.
It was really fucking crazy.
And it was the springboard for Dark Reign.
Yeah, it was a really, really great run.
Unfortunately, there's not been a good Thunderbolt since, because they've just like refused to do the Thunderbolts like that again. Oh no, actually, tell a lie. If I remember, they are making a new Thunderbolts book, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Bucky as the leader.
Which I really want. Oh my god, the art looks terrible, but I really want it.
I saw a cover. If the art's like the cover, then yeah, it does look a bit shite. But
it is. It's Rob Liefeld art.
Right, rephrase that. Is it Rob Liefeld or is it Rob Liefeld art?
It's Rob Liefeld's art. It's not Rob Liefeld.
You nearly turned me off a book. So quick. I'm down for this. For the same way I'm down for like Squadron Supreme. Because it's like a
Squadron
throwback.
Supreme yet?
I've been telling you, I've got a to-do list up to my like
Squadron Supreme right now is fantastic.
Oh, I've heard people keep talking to me about it, and I really want to read it. I know what roughly happens in like the film, but I really want to read it because it's a throwback to that era I love the most.
And not only that, it's a consistent team.
Oh, really?
Like Leonard Kirk is on like every issue, which like that. If there's anything I have a problem with in modern comics right now, and I think this is
fill-in artist and the shit like that.
Yeah, like that. Like if I get complaints from customers, it is fill-in artists and like why is the art shit in this issue? And
no, it is true. You don't read the book that has Fraction and Arger's name on it for no reason. You know, you don't want it to 2 days down the line you've got fucking Liefeld in the book.
Yeah, like it's. And I think it's something that like the big two are just not really understanding.
I've noticed that some books, I want to say DC do it the most, where if there's an artist who has like a unique look, they will get someone that looks similar to it, so the transition isn't so harsh. They were doing that for years though, DC. Do you remember back in Brightest Day? Did you ever read that?
I haven't read Brightest Day yet.
Every artist on the Brightest Day had like a similar look, but they was all different, so it gave the story its kind of own uniqueness, because it was like an anthology comic, innit? It was like multiple storylines.
It was like the aftermath of
Blackest Night, but they all looked similar enough that it wouldn't jar you. It wouldn't be like going from a McNiven to a Miller to a Aja to someone else.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I think like Uncanny Inhumans Marvel did well because they got Brandon Peterson on it, and he's not too far off McNiven. Like it's not a horrible jar, and it's a new arc.
Yeah.
But it's just when they have like the odd issue, and like you just have to explain to a customer, no, it's going to be like this for a month, then next issue will be fine. And then sometimes
also, much respect for them giving, much respect for giving artist jobs, but do you need to hire the shit ones? You've got some really good artists under your wing. You should know what good art looks like. I don't care if that dude's really quick and can fill in 3 issues while the other dude's really slow. Get someone better.
Yeah.
I would be less inclined to moan about it if they rotated between two good artists. If they went from like an Immonen to a Coipel to an Immonen to a Coipel, I'd be like, fucking sweet.
Well, it's like the Star Wars books right now. Like Marvel just seems to be putting all their good art money on Star Wars.
Not really. Like, they fucking put Immonen on it, and then he's fucked off to a Miller book.
Yeah,
but a Mark Miller book.
Oh, you're with him as a Mark Miller book because of the film rights. Like you get pretty much rich off that stuff. But like every artist has been great. It's been Cassidy doing good Cassidy. Then you got Immonen, and then you got Lionel Yu.
That was not good Cassidy.
Oh,
no.
It was good. It looked lovely.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it looked quite nice, quite lovely.
Good Cassidy is Astonishing X-Men, mate. That wasn't Astonishing X-Men.
Oh yeah, but we're not going to have that again. He doesn't want to do that again. He doesn't want to do it again.
Yeah, but then don't say it was good Cassidy.
But it still looked good.
It looked all right. For me, it was the weakest out of the artists that have taken on Star Wars.
I think I liked it. Fuck you, I liked it. There you go. There's my view.
Like, I really like the Mayhew issues of Star Wars.
Yeah, he's done some nice stuff.
He's done some really good stuff. I haven't seen him for ages, actually.
Simone Bianchi as well has really improved.
I
think he's so much better now. And he's actually gone less liney and less detaily. I think he's done a great job.
Yeah.
But they just seem to be putting their money on Star Wars right now, and it's kind of annoying.
It's a smart move, though, to be honest, mate.
It is, but
then
what about your business after Star Wars?
Well, then that's the thing. Captain America will come out, and then look, now John Cassidy and Joss Whedon's writing Captain America.
They're doing a one-shot story.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the uninitiated. That's Joss Whedon and Cassidy doing a Captain America book.
Yes.
And then when what's the next one? When Strange comes out, look, it's not just Jason Aaron on Strange. It's now fucking not even Bachello. It's someone else that's fucking more talented or more revered.
Is it? I don't know, because Bachelor's doing a fantastic
No, I'm saying
job.
It is him now, but come the film, they'll probably get some other name on it who's like fucking a bigger star. Frank Miller.
Yes, Frank Miller on Doctor Strange. Frank Miller, the man who cannot fucking draw for shit right now.
No, why did they never give Old School Miller a Doctor Strange book?
I don't know, he would have been fit.
That would have been a good book. That would have been a good book. Even if he just did the art.
Oh, now he's just... Oh, I don't like him now.
Dude, he's an old man now.
He's an old man, but like his art style is just getting worse.
But he's an old man. Leave him out. Like, how old is he? Like, what, 80?
No, he's not even 80. He's like 60 something, isn't he?
When you're 60 something, I'm going to tell you to do your job really good.
Yeah, I will.
Fuck off, will you, mate?
Yeah, but like, if that's the case, don't. It's art. It's like it doesn't matter how old the person is who's doing it.
Art is fucking, what's that? Fucking, it's seen different ways, isn't it? It's subjective. That's the word. It's subjective. So for you, it's shit, but for someone else, they're creaming over it.
Maybe I just don't think he's as good. Like the thing is, like back in his Sin City days, like he still has a similar style, but the fact is, his like anatomy, his storytelling was great, and now it's just cack. Like he's just lost that.
We are two people that would swear Liefeld could never draw and can't draw.
He can't draw.
But there are people that love him and will always get commissions from him and always give him a job and always hire him.
Exactly, and there are people that are wrong.
You can't call them wrong. You can just call them idiots.
It's Rob Liefeld.
That's all you can do is you can insult their intelligence and not their opinion.
Rob Liefeld is objectively terrible.
Well, that's it. That's better. If you say it's subjectively terrible, it makes it sound like more artsy and shit.
It makes it sound like you've got authority and you know what you're talking about. Although saying that, I do love Rob Liefeld right now. I'm going through a right kick for his stuff. It's just so shit, it makes me laugh.
I thought I knew you, man.
No, it makes me laugh, it's hilarious.
No, I thought I knew you, man.
I'm definitely going to get that Deadpool graphic novel he's doing.
who was it? I want to say it was Fee. I think Fee showed me a Liefeld Daredevil book, like cover.
Fuck.
Deadpool, sorry, not Daredevil, Deadpool. And I swear to God,
Yes.
I looked at it, I went, that is not Liefeld.
Oh yeah, there's some of the stuff he's been doing really recently. I'm like,
It's not Liefeld.
you can draw? What
No.
the fuck?
I'm calling it now, right? Years down the line, when he's an old man and he's wrote a tell-all, the Rob Liefeld story, he will write, wasn't me.
If
Was
he's
one of my
going to do a
dudes in the
tell-all, he
studio.
should do it now.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
the
true.
amount
Why
of
not?
Deadpool coverage he's doing right now is fucking insane.
Also, in about 5 years' time, no one's going to care about Deadpool or him.
I don't know. It depends how Fox handled it.
It's Fox, mate. In 5 years' time, no one's going to care about Deadpool or him. Do you remember when everyone used to love Wolverine? He was the best thing since last bread.
Don't make me cry. That Deadpool movie was so good.
It was so good, but now Fox are going to rape it and rinse it for everything it's worth.
I feel like people are going to miss the point with that movie. That's the thing.
No,
I'm
they
worried
will.
about.
They will. It's clearly poking fun at everything and laughing at the idea of a superhero movie and the franchises, and it even laughed at the X-Men franchises. But they will turn it into a franchise. They literally went. It sounds like a franchise name. That's all that this Fox will remember is. Oh yeah, it is a franchise name. It's now. He's going to be in every X-Men. He's going to be in Gambit. He's going to be in fucking anything Fox do.
Yeah.
You know, fucking. Fuck it.
Yeah.
What's the matter, mate? We got Star Wars at the end of the year. Rogue One, mate. Rogue fucking One.
That's going to be brilliant.
That's going to be so good.
I like Star Wars right now. Like, I loved Force Awakens. Like, I know people were like,
Did you?
Oh,
You know, I haven't actually spoken to you about this film since it's come out.
I think it's brilliant. It's so good.
Yeah.
I bought a TIE Fighter,
good.
I bought a Poe, and I bought a Finn in Stormtrooper outfit without the helmet.
Poe
just
is
to
my
put them
dude.
inside. Just
Poe
to
is
put
my
them
dude.
inside.
Poe's the best thing since Han Solo.
He's brilliant. He's such a great character. It's a shame he didn't get used much.
You know he was meant to be killed off in this film?
Yeah, and I think they liked him too much, didn't they? or
Yeah,
something?
but I've got a feeling he's probably going to die in like 2 or 3.
Oh, I don't want him to die.
I don't know. They might have Solo and be like, oh, you're fine, we'll bring him back. But
Han Solo is in the next movie.
I've got a question, real quick. Maybe we'll make it the last thing, because
Sure.
we've been going for a while. But so what you know, Force Awakens was a very, almost a cut and paste of A New Hope.
Yes, unless you think about it.
And you see the Ghostbuster trailer,
Yeah.
right? You know there's a bit in the lot of female ghost that sticks up on one. Very much like Ghostbusters 1.
Sure, yeah.
And when we got Creed, which is a Rocky story without using Rocky, but it was in the Rocky world.
But that was fantastic.
I haven't
It
seen
was
it yet,
fantastic,
but
and
I'm
also,
going to give it all the credit. It's like people have been praising it, so I'm going to be like, it's
thing
really
is
good,
as well,
but
it's not shot like a Rocky movie. It's not done like a Rocky movie. It is very much its own entity.
I'm not slagging these things off. I love Star Wars. Until I see Creed, I'm going to respect it as a really good film. And Ghostbusters, until I see it, I'm going to assume it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you think we're getting into this era where old films aren't just being remade or rebooted, but we're literally like copy and pasting it?
I don't think so. I mean, the thing with Star Wars is like he had a very difficult job. Like he's got to like invoke feelings of Star Wars without invoking the prequel trilogy and just doing the main stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly he's going to kind of go towards that. But also like when you look at like the nuts and bolts of that movie, a lot of that thing was about legacy. So that's why it was so close, because you've got all these different characters and they all reacted in different ways and different things happened. So you've got like Rey, who's kind of like this potential ex-Jedi plus who wants to learn again or whatever. You've got like a Sith Lord who's not really a Sith Lord. He's not as powerful as they used to be.
Yeah.
Yet is going on like a different path. Like he's still, like they're saying that he could be on the dark side, but there's theories that actually Han Solo killed himself so he couldn't go to the dark side.
I heard this theory. I actually heard the theory that
which is really cool. I like that.
Wait, your theory is
The
that
theory
he killed
that,
him
like-
so he didn't go to the dark side.
Yeah, like Han Solo turned on the lightsaber so Kylo Ren could never make that choice. So the door to the light side is always open to Kylo because he's never gone, yes, I am evil.
Okay, yeah, it's very similar to what the thing I heard of, like the bit where he's like, help me. He turns it on himself because he know the theory I heard was more in line with he made the jump for him because he knew his son never could.
Yeah.
And to protect his son from Snoke, fuck it, I'll die. Otherwise, Snoke's going to find out and kill you.
Yeah.
That's why I like your ones better, because it's a bit more.
Well,
nice
like,
to Jedi.
it stops off the choice, isn't it? Like at the end of the day, it means that Kylo didn't kill him. It was Han. But I mean, like also like you look at like Finn, like that's a really interesting idea. Like we've never really had like a stormtrooper.
Oh, mate.
Kind of react in that way.
Obviously, all three of those characters, Finn, Rey, and Poe.
We're really great.
I can't fault any of them, and when people like slag off either one, or like if for any reason I'm like you're wrong. I don't care about the subjective that you're wrong.
It's like I've heard like
Rey,
lots of like complaints about how like Rey's like a typical Mary Sue feminist character. I'm like, this is Star Wars. You're complaining about. You idiot.
I hate the term Mary Sue now because you've got used so much after the film came out. I don't care if it's a Mary Sue. I don't care if they show up and they can do all these wondrous things. But also, no, you got to watch the film. People won't. Oh, well, she beat up Kylo Ren after no training. Did you forget the bit in the desert where she slapped two dudes up?
Yeah. And also just
Foreshadowing
forget the
that
bit
she
where
can
like
have
Kylo
her.
Ren's not actually a Jedi and he's not actually a Sith Lord.
Yeah, and he's literally just gone through traumatic experience, meaning that any false power he does have is all out of whack.
It's just like.
Any people that complain about the film and the characters in the film, most of the complaints feel like they didn't watch the film.
Yeah.
So you didn't see that bit? No, okay, you did. And the bit before, oh, you didn't see that either. So go fuck off then.
Yeah.
Don't complain if you haven't seen it. Don't comment. You're just jumping on a bandwagon and I'm just gonna call you racist.
Yeah. I like that's the thing. Like I think with Star Wars, it doesn't really. I don't think it's applicable because the whole idea is it's meant to invoke that legacy. Like that's literally the point of that movie, and that's the subtext to it. So when people are like, "Oh, it's just the same," I'm like, "Well, you didn't really pay much attention to the movie."
What are you saying about the other two? I mean,
Ghostbusters. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it yet.
The only reason why I dragged Ghostbusters in is because when I saw that trailer, that bit really did stand out. I saw the ghost floating, and I was all amazed by it. Like, oh wow, look, it must be friendly. I even watching it, I purposely looked in the background. I was like, please don't be in the library. They was in the library. It's a cut and paste of that scene.
Yeah.
And it just made me think that coupled with the past few films where it literally is just, here's what we've seen before in the past, redone again. Are we going to get in? I don't mind it being done if it's done well, but are we just going to get into the idea of, oh, it was done really well in Star Wars and Creed, so why not do it in this film and just take that exact same theme? Are we now going to get Jurassic World 2 where it's going to be the vibrating water again?
I kind of hope that. I mean, Jurassic World was like its own little like. That was just like a little pot of nostalgia mixed with stupidity and made like.
No, it was, but it was. What I'm saying is, like, are we going to get in this trope where our movie studios are going to want to, if they hold a product that an IP that was from years ago, are we going to get cut and paste scenes?
I don't think so.
Because they were successful in one film.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a constant thing because you have to remember like the amount of money these things make as well. Like I feel like Jurassic World was really big, but then you look at Star Wars, and then Star Wars is like that made like probably the most now. I think that's actually beating Avatar.
Yeah, but it's something like it's not. It never managed to beat Avatar.
No, I think it has.
I think it managed to beat like the speed, but it never. Last I heard, it wasn't anywhere near Avatar's money.
It joins in the 2 billion club, and this was in February.
Well, so maybe it is. Wait, still in cinemas in February?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Shit, man.
I mean, it's always
Might as well keep
articles
it
of
in
like
cinemas up
while
until
it won't
DVD.
beat it and while it will beat it, but like last I heard that they did beat it.
Well, I hope it did.
Yeah, but like I mean, but that's because like.
But I'm just not. Wouldn't be surprised if because Star Wars in it was really successful. You know, with the Death Star in the trenches again and all that, and we're gonna get every like famous scene that you remember as a kid or you remember from an old film. Like we're gonna get another Indiana Jones, and it's gonna be another boulder chase because it was successful in Star Wars, and this is a world I don't want to be in.
I think you're gonna see that no matter what, because like I mean you have a look at like some big like fucking like Quentin Tarantino like lifted movies to make movies, you know. Like it's
yeah,
not,
but most
it's not,
of the
it's
time, how
not
many
an-
times have you seen a Quentin Tarantino film and been able to name every movie he's lifted from?
Not all of them.
Most of the time, it's from some like awkward like indie movie that no one's ever seen, or me, but I've never seen.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's still like a similar thing, but just on a smaller scale. Like it's always been a part of filming. I just kind of feel like now,
And that's also different because it's more of an homage to another film. It's not he doesn't make a film.
except for Reservoir Dogs, which is basically City on Fire.
Yeah,
Like,
fine. But
it's the
what
same
I'm saying is you don't watch a Quentin Tarantino film and then see like he hasn't made. You know, I'm going to say this. Like it can be argued that maybe he has. He hasn't made 2 Reservoir Dogs or a film like Reservoir Dogs so much so that it's got scenes very similar to. Or another Inglourious Bastard. He's not done like another Bear Juice scene. You know. Or he's not done another. He's not had a gimp shark in like fucking Kill Bill that was doing the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't want to be seeing like, oh, do you remember that bit in like Jurassic World when Jurassic Park when the man got eaten by the toilet and it was really good and really successful. Well, it's going to happen in every film now. I don't want that. Get be original with these old IPs.
I feel like it's one of those things. Like I think it's always going to be there. But I feel like if you look at just the initial response to most of these movies, there's such an intense backlash. They're not going to make the money for the studios, so I imagine within the next like couple of years, you're just going to see it go. Like I don't think it's going to rise. It's definitely just going to dip.
I hope so.
Well, everyone's like, unless everyone on the planet is a liar. From the response I've heard towards the Ghostbusters trailer has been massively negative. So
I'm worried, right? Are people negative because it's a female-led cast and why not jump on they don't all need to be females.
Like that's the thing that I don't like, is that most of it just seems to be like, I'm not complaining that it's all females, but it's this thing instead. I'm like, well, why are you bringing it up then?
Why you got to bring it up in your argument?
Like,
Exactly.
if it's
Just
not
say
about them
it
being
doesn't
women,
look
just
so
don't
great.
say it. Just don't say it.
I saw the trailer like 4 days after everyone else, and I wasn't blown away. It's Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
With a scene from Ghostbusters 1. I really wish I could say. I wish I could say more, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Didn't blow me away.
Well, you're breaking up a little
Which
bit.
is sad, because I might breaking up. Might be my internet.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Hello?
a bit better. It's getting a bit pixelated or whatever, digitized.
I think this is the internet telling us to wrap it up.
It is. Why is the internet such a
Or
shit?
it's altering.
Oh, fucking Illuminati conspiracy.
Oh, there we go. Now you're a bit better.
Just as I said, Illuminati conspiracy.
Yeah.
See, the conspiracy is real.
Is there a triangle anywhere near you?
No, but I can make one.
Well, there you go. Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed. Like, why are we even
Fair
having
enough.
this conversation? Like,
Fair
no.
enough.
But yeah, I mean, you get it's going to be a thing. But like, I mean,
Oh,
that's
no,
why
I'm
I'm really
just-
excited for the next Star Wars episode, because it's going to be completely different.
Yes.
It's
I mean,
gonna
don't
be
get
so
me wrong.
different.
I loved Force Awakens. I have nothing bad to say about it. I just don't want to see, because it did something and it was a successful film, that now we have to see that same thing in all the other films. Because I don't want. I just hate it. So be original, guys. Be
I know
new.
what you mean.
Be new.
I know what you mean. You don't want us to see, oh, here's Force Awakens Part 2. Oh, great.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I can't wait for Rogue One. Wish it was
Ironically,
earlier.
that means it's going to be more like the original trilogy, of having this, like, the second movie is going to be more experimental and darker than the second one. Yeah, it's going to
But
be
then-
completely different. It's this really weird meta to it that.
You say it
still
like that,
following.
it does sound a bit weird, but at the same time, is it going to be a near put to the
So-
stuff?
Then if it's a yes, then yeah, fine, do that. If it's not a new idea, but you're still going to be experimental and green, then fuck off.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's like by trying to be different, it's going to be the same as like Empire. But it's just
Fuck
this
it,
weird
just
thing.
make Jedi again.
Huh?
Just make Jedi again.
Yeah, let's do that. Fuck it. Why not?
Why the fuck not? Yeah, Death Star 3.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right, yeah, I think we should wrap up, but we've still got stuff to talk to for next time, if there
Oh,
is
yeah.
ever a next time.
I
You know?
think we should do it next time. I'm pretty happy with doing it. I just
Yeah,
thought we should swear more.
yeah. You want to
fucking
swear
swear.
more? I will swear all day long.
Yeah, more fucking swearing. That's what I want.
I said the C words. I said the F words.
Dude, I haven't said cunt tonight.
There you go.
Oh, there we are. Now, yeah, we've had the C-bomb. First C-bomb ever in history.
What? I just did one literally like 10 minutes ago.
Did you? I didn't notice.
Fuck off.
I'm just
you cunt.
so desensitized, you fucking noncy cunt.
Don't call me nonce. There's a line. There's a
Fuck off,
line.
iron nonce.
Wait,
Why
I'm
would
going
you-
to make this movie. I'm going to remake Civil War into the Iron Nonce. I've planned it all out. Vision is like a victim/sex toy. Rhodey is Iron Nonce 2. Black Panther doesn't realise what he's got himself into before it's too late, and now he's in, so he's fuck it, I might as well stay.
He just loves it so much. He just like the taste of children just keeps him coming back.
Exactly. You know, it's the idea that it's illegal that gives him his buzz.
It's so dark. Oh,
Proper
it's so dark.
It's like an experiment.
It's their fault for
It's
having
like-
like the
it's
Minister
exactly
15-year-old child in a intergalactic civil war.
It's not intergalactic, though,
Oh,
is it?
there'll be
It's
some space shit in there.
fuck off, mate. Where from?
I don't know. They put
Why?
Thanos in everything now. Like every Thanos end scene is basically him putting on another set of clothing to go out the door and fight the Avengers. So
They
this will be
should
him
do,
putting
like,
on his hat and going out. That's what he's doing.
They should literally have him land in at the very end of the movie. Flash up to be continued. You know, like anime style, where like previously on Avengers, in Avengers 3, like Infinity War,
Avengers.
and it's literally him still standing in the same pose, but for like that whole time, it's like, why is no one fighting? You know, like a proper anime, like everyone's standing around talking, like, but they're in the middle of a fight. It's like, what are you doing?
That'd be
You
fucking
could have kicked
brilliant.
him in the nuts by now and run.
Yeah, it's always that
Right.
guy who does nothing for the whole thing. As soon as you look away, he's torn someone's face off and replaced.
Exactly.
it with
It's like,
ballsack.
what the fuck off?
I'm all on board. I'm on board. Let's do this. Let's fucking do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, but I think we should wrap up because I want to have dinner. But
Definitely.
I've really enjoyed this, and hopefully other people have as well.
Yeah, I have had fun. I think it's going to be cool, and hopefully
We'll swear more as well next time.
We will swear more.
Yeah, we'll swear. Yeah, and what movies? I'm gonna get mine out. You gonna get yours out?
Getting what? What are we getting now? What are we getting?
Moobs, breasts,
Boobs, breasts.
Testicles.
Oh, we can get some breasts
I'm
on this
gonna-
podcast.
Get mine out.
I've already got mine out. I've had them swinging around for the whole thing.
Shit.
Did you not hear that? Like heavy air. The heavy air was my breasts moving.
You know, I wonder what it was a slang. I didn't know what it was, but now I know.
That's what's
Just
fucking
hear
with
weird-
your internet is my breasts.
Oh shit, man! The nipple's blocking the signal.
Yeah, my nipple is like just taking signal. It's fine.
But yeah, so this has been your mum's a slagcast.
First episode of Your Mum's a Slagcast. Hopefully I'll put this up.
Working name.
Working name. I might see if I can put this up tonight. I don't know.
See how you go.
See what I can do.
For next time, we'll figure out some more stuff to talk about. Hey, you ever seen One Punch Man?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking good, man. That's fucking good.
The anime is a lot better than the manga, I have to say. It's one of those few instances.
I've been told the manga's real good, but I can't imagine reading it after seeing the anime
The anime is better. It just moves
because it's
quicker.
so fluid. It's I love that fluidity of the animation
Yeah.
that you're not going to get panel to panel.
But I mean, the manga's fun. If you want to sit down and read it, it's good. If you want to read a good manga, you should read Bio Mega. I quite like that. I've been let that.
I don't really want to read a manga. I didn't really mean to watch an anime until One Punch Man came, and I fell in love with it. I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good.
There you go.
It's like a self-aware anime.
If you ever want to like, I think it's like just it's an anime that just tears down like Western ideas. It's just amazing. Like the whole like superhero thing. Cause like
Yeah, but I also found it poked fun at animes as well.
yeah, it did
Like
both. But
Genis
like,
is literally like
it's just crazy how
stereotypical
well
anime
it's
dude.
just taking a piss out of stuff like Superman and things like that. Like it's
No, it does really well.
it's just
It's
weird.
so good,
But,
and the character's so brilliant. He's just this so like mundane, emotionless, like fuckwit.
I love him. Maybe I should watch the whole thing and then we can talk about it in more.
You've not seen the whole
depth.
thing?
Not all of it, no.
Oh, sort your life out. Fuck off
I've
and
been-
watch it, and
it's been
then
my
next
reality
time
for
we'll talk
years,
about it.
bruv. Oh, safety, what?
What did you say?
I don't even know. I just went.
Did you say you've been in this reality for years?
I have. I flip through realities every 5
Is
years.
that what you said, or did I hear that?
Oh, that's exactly what I said.
I'm going now. I'm leaving.
Oh.
I'm going. I'm finishing my dinner and I'm done.
Fine, you fuck off then. I might make myself a bacon sandwich.
You just ordered a pizza.
I didn't order a pizza.
You literally just said, sorry
No,
guys,
I didn't.
do
I
the
was
pizza
taking
order.
the piss out of Tuesday. Kinda, not really.
Why you got to take the piss out of Tuesday? What Tuesday ever do to you? It's just a day in the week.
She's looking at me crying and saying she hates me now. I don't really know how to react.
She should punch you in the balls.
Oh no, she's not. She punches. No.
No. So she can hear. She should punch you in the balls.
No.
Say what I just said.
No.
Give her the idea of punching you in the balls.
No. She already has that idea most of the time anyway. Why do I need to put that
I'm
in
gonna
her head?
find out the best way to contact this woman and tell her to punch you in the fucking balls.
Fine, do it. She's off
Alright.
grid, bro. She's off grid.
She's off grid.
She lives
She's
in
wanted
a
by the
shack in
CIA.
Kansas, covered in
Doesn't
tinfoil.
use any credit cards or anything. Cash only.
Doesn't cash only yet.
Fucking hell.
10 out of
Alright,
10.
fair dues.
Right. Anyway, this is the
Alright,
ending of Your Mum Is a Slag podcast. Working name.
TM.
TM.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Well, maybe we'll figure some new name between here and then. Now and then.
Oh, we won't.
Alright.
Do that.
Peace.
Bye.